Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a makeup therapy video with a voiceover. For today's video, I wanted to talk about something that's been heavily on my mind that I feel like is really important, and I hope that whoever gets an opportunity to watch this video and listen to this video can take something from this. I'm 25 going on 26, and there's a lot of things I still have to learn, and there's a lot of things I have learned. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, which is today as I am recording this, I have love on my brain. More just about what true love looks like, not necessarily an intimate love or something involving just an intimate relationship. Overall, what it looks like to just truly love yourself and others around you. I feel like sometimes these conversations can feel a little taboo, a little cliche, and the message always seems to drift from the point. I've seen online often enough where people talk about how important self-care is, how important our mental health is, and the things that they decide to do to prioritize those ideas. Unfortunately, I feel like we're in a time where we have taken the idea of self-care and the idea of putting our mental health first, and we've almost manipulated it into a selfish excuse and reason to cut people off that don't serve us to what we want them to serve us to, right? Or they don't benefit us in the way that we want them to benefit us. We're in a time where it is really easy for people to say, oh, you aren't serving me in the way that I want you to serve me. You're not bringing something that I want you to bring to the table. So with that, I'm going to cut you off because it's for my mental health. It's for my self-care. I think it's really unfortunate that these critical reasons have been kind of transformed in this way because they are vital to the betterment of each other and for us. Self-care is extremely important, along with making sure we prioritize our mental health and make sure that it's in a good state. But I think with that stigma and that conversation that's being had, it's just been really easy for people to selfishly just put themselves first. And what I mean by that is when I put myself first, it's not just for me. At the end of the day, in the bigger picture of things, the grand scheme of things, me prioritizing myself in the moments that I need to do so is for myself, but it's for everyone else around me as well. I cannot show up 100% for anyone else if I am not 100% for myself. And at the end of the day, that really is what matters. I'm there for myself so that I can be there for others. We as humans, we are not here for ourselves. And that might be news to a few people, but we are not here for ourselves. We have to have connection. Our entire beings connect in relationships and in any form of relationship. We have a network, a system. Humans have and need, and we thrive off one another in some capacity. We are not just here for ourselves. So when it comes to different relationships, it could be intimate, it could be friendships, it could be co-worker, working relationships, business relationships, whatever that looks like for you. You aren't just there for yourself. And I think when you can step outside of that one-track mind and see that it's a bigger picture, it's not just you, it opens your heart up to serve those around you in a better way and be there for them, and not just be there for your own agenda and your own benefit, but how can you also benefit the people around you? What does that look like? When it comes to your intimate relationships with your partner, your significant other, I have been with my fiance for 7 years, and we've been engaged for a year now. And as we've gotten older and we've been learning, I have personally learned that the form of true love for me is when I see this person and I'm choosing to be with this person day in and day out through the hard times, through the good times, knowing this person and their habits and their behaviors, things that I may not always like, things that I love. What can I do for this person? Learning how to speak and communicate with this person and how that person receives it. Learning how to love this person, how they receive it. How can I benefit them? What do they need this day? Can I help with giving them space? Can I help with making the day feel a little bit more special? Can I help with a chore or something on his plate, vice versa? What can I do to make sure that at least for this day that we have together, how can I serve that person and benefit that person because I do love them? Now, love is obviously not always an intimate experience with another person, and I've actually come to learn over the last few years that some of my greatest teachers in what true love look like are people that I've had issues with. I've had family members who struggle with addiction of different forms, and it has caused hardships with me and other family members, and it's a struggle, and it's not unfamiliar. This is a common thing in a lot of people's lives, and it's really easy for us to experience anger and disappointment, frustration, and all the other things, and sadness above all else. I used to spend a lot of my time angry with these individuals, picking fights, shaming them, and using my words, my truth that I felt was true, as a weapon, and kind of beating them down with it because I wanted them to be better deep down, but I wanted them to do it on my time. I wanted them to do it my way, and I wanted to reap the reward of their pivotal change. I wanted them to do the work, yet I wanted to claim that change. I wanted to say, they didn't get here without me, and this is what I did to help them. And that is extremely selfish, and that hindered the type of love that I can show to my family members that are going through what they're going through. It is easy to love people who are easy to love. It is hard to love when it's hard. When you take out the expectation and the timeline, it is so much easier to love people, and I think that's really important. Hold on to those boundaries that matter and make people go through love to reach you. True love shows its face in hardship. Remember, we're not here for ourselves, and when you do, loving becomes easier. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the makeup along with the message, and I'll see you in the next video.